Once upon a time, there was a little fish who lived in a little pond with his mommy and daddy. The little fish was very naughty. Every time his mom and dad would say, "Go clean the seaweed out of the pond," he would just roll his eyes and do a little pirouette and then swim away. One day, the king of the pond decided to hold a contest. He said, "Whoever cleans all the seaweed out of the pond will win a prize." So all the fish started cleaning the pond. They were scraping algae off the rocks and the logs and the lily pads. They were blowing bubbles and making the water clear. And the little fish was helping, too, because he wanted to win that prize. As he was swimming around, he saw this little worm sticking out of the mud. And the little fish had an idea. He swam up to the worm and he said, "Hey, worm, can you help me clean the pond? If we work together, we can get all the seaweed and the algae, and then we can split the prize." The worm said, "Well, I'm not really sure if I can help you or not. Let me think about it." So the little fish waited a minute and then he said, "Okay, well, let me know if you want to split the prize." So the little fish went off to go clean some more of the pond. After a little while, he heard some splashing and he saw the worm wiggling through the water, and he was so happy. He thought, "I'm gonna win that prize for sure." But then suddenly, right in front of him, the worm stopped moving. He just stuck his butt in the air and he floated on his back. Then the little fish realized what had happened. He had tricked him. Instead of the worm helping him clean the pond and them splitting the prize, the worm had gotten into the water and now he was the one who was going to win the prize. The little fish felt so stupid. Just then, a big bird swooped down and scooped up the worm in his beak. The bird looked at the little fish and he said, "Hey, you want to split a prize?" The little fish was confused. He said, "What do you mean?" The bird said, "Well, I have an idea. You can help me clean the trees by eating all the bugs that are in the branches, and then we can split the worms." The little fish thought about it. He didn't really like eating bugs, but he really wanted a prize. So he said, "Okay, let's do it." So the bird flew up into the tree and the little fish started swimming around the base of the tree, looking for bugs to eat. After a little while, the bird came back down and he had a big smile on his face. He said, "You won't believe this, but there were so many bugs in that tree, and they were so delicious. This is the best day ever." Then the bird and the little fish became best friends. And every day they would go to a different tree and eat all the bugs they could find.